Chuck, you're going to stay around for the vote, right? Okay.
Councilwoman Logan.
Here.
Councilman Withers. Councilman Ullman. Councilman Friedman. Supervisor St. Lawrence.
Here, we have a quorum. I'd like to ask Councilwoman Logan to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge of allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
The first thing that I want to do tonight does not require a resolution. For the past several years, many years, the deputy supervisor has been Fran Hunter, and tonight I am going to announce that the new deputy supervisor for the town of Round Pond in 2013 will be Councilman Pat Withers.
Does this position come with an extra parking space or not?
No extra parking, and no car, Pat. I would like to say, Pat, if we could, when I have the State of the Town address in February, we haven't picked the exact date in February, when we have that, I'd like to have a swearing in, have your family here, and do the official swearing in, but it will be effective as of this minute.
I appreciate that, and I will thank you, and I'll save my comments for then, and I appreciate
If you want to make some comments
Sure.
now, and you can certainly reiterate them at another time.
I had prepared some things, I appreciate it, and
Get your mic in there.
I just want to thank you, Chris, the supervisor, for the honor to be choosing me to serve as your deputy supervisor. It is one of Rockland, we are one of Rockland County's most proactive, progressive, and energetic political leaders. For you, you're a true leader of this town, I appreciate it. And following the footsteps of one of the most dedicated and conscientious public servants in the history of the town of Ramapo, in Fran Hunter. Fran's not here, but I would like to say to her that I will try to fill her shoes, and I will congratulate her in steadfast commitment to the residents of Ramapo. I intend to continue my close working relationship with the town board, the outstanding police department, and all the other departments within the town. Public safety has always been my utmost priority to all the residents. Likewise, all the other employees dedicated to the town of Ramapo, and my commitment is second to none. One of my former teachers, and most of us know who it is Phil Teesey, was one of my first participation in government teachers. He'd always say to us, to do is to learn. I've tried to do my best to do the things for the people in the community, especially those in the need, and I am greatly enriched by doing so. Ramapo is truly a community of giving. I am privileged to represent it. I'm privileged to sit on the board, and I'm privileged to be your deputy supervisor. Thank you again. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. You know, Fran Hunter, who has been on this board, has served as my deputy supervisor and also served as a councilwoman on this town for 24 years, and prior to that as a principal in the East Ramapo School District for many years, and is a dedicated public servant, and as a police commissioner for 26 years now. I'd like to make a resolution. I'd like to move a resolution, seconded by Brendel Logan. And that resolution would be to create a position, a stipend position, for Deputy Commissioner for Police Affairs, and to appoint Fran Hunter. I spoke with the chief earlier, and to appoint Fran Hunter as the Deputy Commissioner for Police Affairs for the town of Ramapo. Moved, seconded. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries unanimously. Yes, Councilwoman Logan.
I'd just like to say thank you to Deputy Supervisor Withers. Your name just got really long. He's been a mentor to me since I've been on this board, as well as Councilman Ullman and the supervisor. And I thank you for all your hard work. He's a great teacher, and I wanted to wish you well on this new position that you have. And I'm sure you'll do great, and I'm sure your family's very proud of you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I think we should put a copier for the clerk. For every time he says Madam Supervisor. You missed it.
Is that our new Madam Supervisor?
Thank you.
The next item on the agenda, we had an item on the agenda that was tabled last week at our last meeting, and that was to appoint as a consultant the Cultural Arts Center in Spring Valley, DeMesa del Home. Moved by Councilwoman Logan.
Correct.
Seconded by Councilman
Withers.
Deputy Supervisor Withers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. Come right up, DeMesa. We want to shake your hand. Turn around for 1 second and look at the camera. Amazing. I want to say, Mwen Kontan Vini Pala New Jodia. And I want to thank you for all the work that you do at the Cultural Arts Center, and you've transformed it into a real venue for the community. And I want to thank you, too, for your work that you do as a trustee in the Village of Spring Valley. It's amazing. I'm proud to have you as my friend. Thank you very much.
Supervisor, can you put the word for a minute?
Yes. You want to speak?
Yes, I want to invite the town council to any day, any times that you want. Just call me. Come to the center. You will see yourself what I've been done in that center. What you will be proud of yourself by appointing me.
The
And
su-
I did it for my friend Chris, that I promised him to help him to fix that center. It is beautiful and it's well done.
Thank you, DeMesa. Thank you. Many years ago, there was a house in the town of Ramapo that was constructed in 1791, the year that the town of Ramapo started. It was built in the Torrent Valley, and it had to be taken down almost 12 years ago. And it was taken down with loving care and stored by Chuck Stead. And it was previously stored up in Chester, New York, and then when it had to be moved, we stored it right here in a building here in the town of Ramapo. And this past year, we were able, Chuck was able to erect the building in the Torrent Valley. It's the new environmental center, educational center, and he was able to construct this with students from AmeriCorps and from Cornell Cooperative and his students. He's a professor at Ramapo College in New Jersey, and with some of his students. It is up, it is running, it is opened, and now we're going to be adding on to it a barn, a Dutch barn that's been stored away in the town of Clarkstown for many years, and we're taking it from the Historical Society, and we're going to reconstruct this right next to the salt box, and it's going to be a great addition to the educational components of this. And just the other day, talking with Chuck, we were able to get Ford Motor Company to come in and clean up all the sludge that was deposited in the well fields across from the St. Lawrence Community Center. And they're starting their work on that now. And one of the things that we've asked for is that when they replant that area, they use these holy grasses that the Lenape Indians, our Native American Indians here, these are not grasses to be smoked. Let's make this clear. These are very different types of grasses that they want to plant there that have real meaning and quality for the Native American Indians. We've now received words from tribes in upstate New York. They want to come down and they want to teach our Native American Indians here the basket weaving and the design that they do with these special holy grasses, and we want to incorporate that into the Dutch barn when we have that erected this year. So we have a lot of exciting things going on. in the Torrent Valley. And with that, I'd like to make a motion to appoint Chuck Stead to and seconded by Deputy Supervisor Withers, to appoint Chuck Stead to be our restoration coordinator, and that will be a stipend on that as well. And Chuck, we hope that the wonderful work that you've been doing for the environment will continue, and we'll be able to educate more kids as to what those are, and how important it is for us to be tracking the degradation that took place in the Torrent Valley from the landfill and from other projects like Ford dumping the paint sludge there, and how that's being remediated and ameliorated. So we're really, really proud to be able to make this motion, seconded by Deputy Supervisor Withers. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Carries unanimously. Congratulations, Chuck. Come on up.
Lieutenant, he's got a knife here.
It's just for ear gutting. I have a gift for you.
Oh, you have a gift?
I have a gift for the supervisor and to the town. This is a 200-year-old wooden peg that came out of the salt box when we first took
Thought it
it
was a
down.
pipe with those holy grasses.
With all the grasses. And this is a nail that was made at the Ramapo Iron Works in approximately, roughly the year would have been around 1821 to 1835, when their first milling industry came about. This was our first industrial economy in Ramapo, and they did very well. Those nails eventually marketed worldwide. Even were made with Russian steel at one point, Russian iron. So a nail and a peg for you, sir, and for the town board. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Chuck.
Right.
Thank you. You know, we have one of the best golf courses, public golf courses, I think, in the nation, and it's because of the work of not only the town employees and the CSEA and all of our workers, but it's also, and especially you, Michelle, and Tosca at the Parks Department, but it's also the work of the Golf Committee, and we have the chairman of the Golf Committee here, Jim Reese, is here tonight. And when I became supervisor, was sitting with Jim, we launched the concept of polishing the gem. And that was taking Spook Rock Golf Course and bringing it back to what it could be. And it entailed at times things that people were adverse to, such as clearing out a lot of the trees, getting better airflow, and even Mr. Snodsmith helped us in educating people, brought in USGA, right, Michelle? We upgraded the irrigation system, so it covered the entire fairways and into those roughs, so we could grow those roughs for those people who can't hit the fairways, like myself. And the course has been polished, but it needs more work always, and it has. We have great ideas, but we get our best ideas from people who play on the golf course and people on the advisory committee who meet and care about the golf course and put in the time. And so tonight, we want to appoint, we're going to appoint two people, but we'll start off with the better looking one. You don't mind that, do you, Mr. Kelly? We start off with the better looking. I'd like to make a motion to appoint Kristen Conklin to the Golf Advisory Committee, seconded by Deputy Supervisor Withers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. Before Kristen comes up, I want people to know you are not going to find a better athlete ever graduating from the Suffern High School than Kristen Conklin. And she is also a fantastic golfer, and look forward to go out and playing a round of golf with you now that you're on the golf committee. And I know you will be a great addition to the committee, and it will be great for the benefit for the people, future golfers in Spook Rock Golf Course, for you being part of this committee. So congratulations, and come on up.
Congratulations. See you in the links.
Yeah. Yes, thank you.
You don't need a gift. Your work is a gift. Congratulations.
You also have,
Oh, to Michelle. Nice try. You got to raise your hand before you go to the bathroom. Oh, to the back of the room. Oh, okay, you can go to the back of the room.
Okay, thank you.
But I wanted you to stay here. I do want to also mention, we have, not only do we have the chairman of the golf committee here, we also have two members. We have Pete Hobner here, who's a member of the golf committee. And we have Bruce Hayes here as a member of the golf committee as well. And I told Michelle that with the next appointment, if any of her kids need to have their teeth taken care of, even their baby teeth, it is with great pleasure that we are able to appoint Dr. Mike Kelly to the golf committee. Jim, I don't know what his handicap is to you. 10? 10 handicap? Well, I'm going to ask him when he comes up here. But it's a great thing. Dr. Kelly, I believe you lives in Montebello, and so he knows the course and knows how valuable the course is to not only the town, but even to the environment in Montebello. So I look forward to going out and playing golf with you, Doctor, as well. And congratulations. A motion by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan.
just
All
on
those
the
in-
motion real quick,
Yes.
just about Dr. Kelly, though, he has truly been one of the foremost leading people. I mean, he's been out there for all the children. He's been out there supporting the PAL, any DARE programs, and you know, like Kristen themselves, they will be a truly asset to the golf course. They truly care about it. They understand the mantra of it, and they understand that they will be the betterment of the golf course is what they're looking to do is their ultimate goal. But Dr. Kelly was, you know, we always hear about the Suffern hockey team, the current Suffern hockey team, but I will tell you, I went to school with Mike, and he's one of the guys that actually helped build that program up to what it is. Rob Schelling is one of his best friends, who's the current coach. But Dr. Kelly was one heck of a hockey player back in his day, and I would not want to check up against the boards with him, but he's a good friend, and he's be an asset to the golf committee, so welcome.
Fantastic. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. Come on up, Doctor. That's nice. That's nice. Congratulations. His handicap is 6.
Not for long.
Well, I think that's fantastic, and we have a great golf committee. Mr. Chairman, did you want to make any comments?
Welcome. 12, 13 years ago, Chris came aboard. A commitment was made to the town of Arapahoe to polish the gym. Golf course has always been a fantastic test of golf. It went downgraded for a few years. Chris came in, made a commitment. And he's out of that commitment. Polish the gym, and continue. Welcome, Chris. Welcome
Mike.
to the town of Arapahoe Golf Committee.
Thank you, Jim. And do we have any other appointments that are here? Yes, I think we do. We have a very dedicated CSEA workforce, and we have a very dedicated person in the person that we're going to be appointing. And that is going to be first we're going to reclassify, before we do the appointment, we're going to reclassify a maintenance helper's position to an MEO 2 in the DPW and the sewers. That's a machine equipment operator 2. And so I'll have a motion to move on the reclass first. Moved by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. Now I want to appoint that person. The person we're going to appoint is the chief of the Hillcrest Fire Department. Actually, you're still chief, or just there's a new chief that just come in? He's still the chief. And we were at an event last night together with Lloyd. We were in New Square for a dinner, and the work that he has done to bring New Square and the Hillcrest Fire Department together, which has been a very contentious situation, has been unbelievable. And it's for the better safety of everyone. There was a fire on Bush Street in New Square. In previous occasions, when there'd be fires in the village, there would be difficulties between the fire department and getting access. That has completely changed under your leadership as the chief, and it is seamless. And now the volunteers in New Square work with the fire department in order to keep crowd control and various things. And you're just doing a fantastic job. You do a great job as a worker in the town, but your dedication as a volunteer police firefighter in the town surpasses no one, and your leadership in the Hillcrest Fire Department is showing in the increased volunteership and diversified volunteers that are joining the Hillcrest Fire Department. And I know you have a heavy heart with losing a longtime friend and commissioner and Richie Beeler, but I know that you have done an incredible job there. And your leadership is also something that we see in the work that you do here in the town, in the DPW. So it's an honor for me to make the motion to appoint you to an MEO2 position. Second by Deputy Supervisor Withers. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
I would
Carries
just-
unanimously. That's for Lloyd Hovelman. Yes.
I would just like to echo the supervisor's remarks. I was with you, Lloyd, last night, and the supervisor at the event, and to recognize Yitzi, it was truly, to see the community give you probably one of the loudest applauses was truly touching. You really kind of take a polarizing issue there, and you really put the fire extinguisher to say, you put it out. You ended the polarization, and you did a great job, and great job on that.
Vote to establish the position.
We did.
We did.
Okay.
It was Brendel and me.
I got that.
Okay. And now for the appointment, moved by me and seconded by...
I got that.
Okay. As soon as he's done speaking,
We only voted on one of them.
as soon as he's done speaking, we'll vote.
But,
I gotcha.
excuse me. So, but you did a great job to, pretty much bring everyone together in harmony, and like the supervisor said, fantastic. I was there last night, and, it's been a contentious few years in there, and you and your department should be commended on working with the community and understanding both sides, and good job. Good luck.
Thank you. Yes, Councilwoman Logan.
I also want to say thank you for all the hard work that you do. I had the opportunity and the privilege to ride with you in the snow plow when we had one of those very, very bad snows. And it's really a hard job. You're out there a long time. You're making sure that, our public is safe and that everyone needs to get out. You're helping them for hours. You haven't had anything to eat. It's cold. You're hungry. And I was really hungry. I was ready to go home. But you kept me out there. And it just goes to show what a wonderful CSCA team that we have here that helps to keep the infrastructure of the town of Ramapo going. And I thank you for your leadership, because you've done a great job, and so is your team. So thank you.
Before we vote, Lloyd, did you let her drive?
I was going to be the wingman.
You see the wing lady? Yeah. Well, our esteemed town clerk, Christian Sampson, who is, in just a matter of a few weeks, is going to be appointed the president of the New York State town clerks for all of the 932 towns in the state of New York. He's going to be president of that organization, and I'll be there in Buffalo with you when you're inducted. And you don't miss a beat. And you wanted to remind me again that we need to vote on this before we bring him up? Okay. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. Lloyd, come on up. Congratulations. All appointees are allowed to leave now.
Thank you. Take care. I'm happy for you.
6 years
Okay.
Lloyd's been working with us.
All right. Good job.
Congratulations, Lloyd. We also have a reclassification of an MEO1 to an MEO2, also in the DPW, and that's moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. And now the appointment of Mr. Mann to that position. Mr. Mann could not make it here today, but we congratulate him on his service to the town. Moved by Councilman Ullman, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. Did I cover all of the appointments? Oh, is Sandy here? Okay.
Melissa is here. Melinda Young is here.
Oh, Melinda Young is here, okay.
But can we do Sandy?
Yep. Nominate an Information Services Assistant 1 in the IT Department, moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Carries unanimously. And the next is the appointment of permanent real property appraiser in the Assessor's Office, moved by? Moved by Councilman Ullman, second by Councilwoman Logan. And Ms. Young is here, so come right up. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Carries unanimously. Congratulations. Okay, I think that is it for, oh, I'm sorry, Linda, I took your entire personnel.
Did a lovely job.
Okay. Well, then, in that case, I'm going to ask our Director of Personnel, Linda Condon, to come up, and we have the acceptance of a resignation of one of our workers. You're here, Linda, I didn't mean to.
Oh, thanks.
Item 3G is a resolution to accept a resignation of a custodial worker in Parks and Rec, excuse me.
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Linda. Now, Mona, you're thinking that we're going right into purchasing, I know.
No.
Since you're up, we can. If you-
Oh, okay, thank you.
Maybe we can hire like that for Carmel, that's his job, like Okay, we'll go to purchasing. Our Director of Purchasing, Mona Montel.
Thank you, Mr. Supervisor. Item 4A on the agenda is an acceptance of a quote for the towing of the town vehicles, including trucks.
Moved by? Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Item 4B on the agenda is the acceptance of a bid for buses for various trips, as recommended by our Director of Parks and Recreation, Michelle Antosca.
Withers?
Moved by Councilman Withers, seconded by Councilman Logan. Deputy Supervisor Withers, all those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Item 4C on the agenda, I'm asking for you to remove to be put on a next agenda.
Okay. Very good.
And just under new business, the previous item that you had asked in reference to Kinchley Rapid Pumps, we'd like the extension of their agreement to be approved this evening, as discussed in our workshop.
Moved by? Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Thank you.
Thank you. We also have the consultant for state advisors.
Yes.
Moved by Councilman Ullman, seconded by Deputy Supervisor Withers. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. I'll give it to you. That's a new business.
We've had a
That
contract
was
with them.
moved by Withers, seconded by, moved by Ullman, seconded by
It's been an ongoing
Withers.
contract for years already.
Yes. Okay, that covers all of purchasing then. And so, Michael, we'll go to you on the town attorney.
We do have a public hearing. Did you want to take care of
Yes.
that first,
Yes.
maybe? Okay. So this is on the, each year we're required to hold a public hearing on the Community Development Block Grants Program. The publications are all arranged by the Community Development Office, and we are now in a position to open that up to the public if anyone wants to comment.
You had all the proper postings and,
They're all taken care of, yes.
okay. Anyone in the public would like to speak on Community Development Block Grant Program, come right up, state your name and your address.
It's Robert Romanowski, 183 Maple Avenue, Muncie. Muncie is a lot of a walking community. There's a lot of people who walk in the community, and I think a lot of these block grants should be used for sidewalks. You've mentioned that you're doing a sidewalk project on Old Nyack Turnpike. Besides doing Old Nyack Turnpike, there's a part of Saddle River that needs to be done too, from where the old Muncie school is. I think it's called the Bath Rochelle Girls School now,
Yeah, that is
down
part of the
to
project.
the intersection with a Old Nyack Turnpike, and that should be part of the block grant too. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, Councilman
Michael, it's one project. I have another Michael by me, it's a start over. It's
Yeah.
one project from there all the way down Old Nyack, from where the sidewalk ends now, to continue it all the way.
Anyone else that would like to speak on the public hearing? Motion to close the public hearing by Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. Okay, we will submit our,
We do have a motion to designate the projects that this board is recommending. I believe the resolution prioritizes projects as follows. The first priority would be for the Old Nyack Turnpike Sidewalk Project. Number two would be a Security for Schools project. And by the way, the first project, the sidewalk project, the request would be for $280,000. The Security for Schools project, the request would be for $39,000. And the third priority project would be the Harry Reese Park, and that would be a request for $50,000.
okay. Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously.
Could council repeat the second, project?
Se-
Old Nyack Turnpike, and what was the second one?
Second is Security for Schools,
Security.
$39,000.
Thank you.
The next two resolutions involve approval of agreements. The first of these is an agreement.
Okay, the acceptance of the minutes for the special meeting of December 20th, 2012, moved by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. The next is the minutes for the reorganizational meeting of January 9th, moved by
Logan.
Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. And the regular minutes for January 9th, 2013,
Logan.
moved by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. Council?
Yes, for a number of years, the town has coordinated with the Daily News Charities, Inc., for use of the Joseph T. St. Lawrence Center for a portion of the Daily News Golden Gloves Championships. This resolution authorizes that to again occur for 2013. The resolution provides that the town will be paying $1,330 towards expenses, but will receiving a portion of the ticket sales as a reimbursement. And again, we've done this for a number of years. So that's the resolution before the board.
Moved by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously.
The town has received a request by the Masonic Guild of Stony Point, Wayway Yonda Lodge, number 313, to utilize 20 Torn Valley Road in Hilburn for a ham shoot on March 10th, 2013. We permit other community groups to use the property for similar functions, and it's recommended that we do so for the Masonic Guild.
Moved by Councilwoman Logan, seconded by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously. Okay. Thank you, Council.
Okay. We have a claim submitted by Avi Laster of 6 Kerry Lane, resulting from a sewer backup. This resolution authorizes the settlement of the claim, and the settlement is consistent with a independent appraisal that the town retained.
Moved by
Withers?
Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously.
A person named Isadora Fishman struck a police vehicle causing damage as part of the resolution of a criminal charge that was filed against her. We've received a check for $1,675.29 as restitution for the damage to the police car, and the resolution accepts that as payment.
Moved by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously.
We've received a request from St. Peter and Paul Ukrainian Catholic Church in Spring Valley. They are applying to the New York State Legislature for a retroactive tax exemption on their property. In order for that to proceed, they need a resolution from this board indicating that if the state legislature, at its discretion, approves special legislation permitting that exemption, that the town will support it.
Withers?
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Some meetings ago, we received a request by a property owner at 10 South Highview Avenue, New City, Angel Olivio, who indicated that he would seek to subdivide his property and donate one of the two lots to be subdivided to the town, which contains a historic cemetery. He has applied to the planning board and has received approval for the subdivision and will be dedicating the other lot to the town, and has requested a reimbursement of the filing fees for the planning board as part of his dedication to the town.
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, carries unanimously.
We're on now to G on the agenda. This, too, is a settlement of a damage claim based on a flooding due to a sewer backup. The claimant here is Mr. and Mrs. Motzen, M-O-T-Z-E-N, and Congregation Kahal Torah Chaim. The settlement of this claim would be for $30,000.
Withers?
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Each year, we set a public hearing to discuss golf course rates. This resolution sets that public hearing for February 13th at 8 p.m.
Withers?
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
And finally, we have two police matters which I believe should be discussed in executive session.
Okay, let me just finish the boards and commission, and we'll go into the executive session.
I think we should wait for that after executive, the liaison, the boards and commissions.
You want to do the executive session
I
now?
think first, yeah, possible.
Because the chief has been
No,
waiting.
oh.
Did the chief give you the eyeball that the... All right, so we've done everything up until that point, correct? All right. So we need to go into executive session for, these are for two matters. One's a disciplinary matter, and one is a step 2 grievance in the police department. And motion to go into executive session by Councilwoman Logan, second by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. We will come back on after we are done with the executive session. Thank you. favor, say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. So we're out of executive session. And one of the first things that we're going to do is we're going to change the meeting date for February 11th. It's going to be the workshop at 6:30 and the town board meeting to follow at 8 o'clock. And we're going to cancel the February 13th meeting. We have council members that can't make it on that day. So we'll have a workshop and the town board meeting on February 11th. Moved by
Withers?
Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
Mr. Supervisor, with that in mind, we should have a motion to amend the prior resolution setting the public hearing for the golf course rates now from the 13th to February 11th at 8 o'clock.
Moved by Councilman Ullman, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. Okay.
We have two police matters that we discussed in executive session. The first of these, 2I, is a resolution denying the Step 2 grievance for Officer Palucci.
Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously.
We also have a resolution, this is 2J on the agenda, which confirms the findings and recommendations of a hearing officer on a disciplinary matter. The resolution will also set February 11th at 8:05 p.m. as the opportunity for the subject officer to appear with counsel if he wishes to discuss anything with the board that will be relevant to imposition of a sanction.
Moved by Councilman Withers, Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. And we have also a stipend for Tony Malia, the building inspector, for services now providing to the villages. He does not receive overtime, but will be putting in more hours at meetings for, he's taken on, I think now we have 4 villages that we're doing the work for planning, for zoning and for fire protection and fire safety as well. And that's Chestnut Ridge, Hilburn, New Hempstead, Montebello. I think that's it at the present time, although there may be some more. I think Sloatsburg has been in communication about us taking over these same options, and so that would be at a stipend of $500 per month to do that. Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. Any other items?
I don't believe we had a
the Police Commission meetings, we talked about in the workshop, but we didn't pass a resolution on it. The Police Commission meetings, the town board meetings on police matters will be on the 3rd Thursday of the month at 10 a.m. Moved by?
No,
We're going to do that next. Moved by Councilman Ullman, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. And we also have the reinstatement of one of our members to the planning board, Mr. Boxbaum. Moved by?
Logan.
Moved by Councilwoman Logan, seconded by Councilman Ullman. All those in favor say aye. Opposed, carries unanimously. I think that's it.
I believe so.
Okay, any council member comments?
Yes. Golden Gloves set bouts in Ramapo, Saturday, February 2nd, 2013. Once again, our Supervisor St. Lawrence and the Town Board will host the 86th Annual Daily News Golden Gloves. That's Saturday, February 2nd at 3 p.m. at the Joseph T. St. Lawrence Community Health and Sports Center located at 115 Torn Valley Road, Hilburn, New York. Hope to see you all there. Tickets are priced at $20 for adults, $10 for first responders. Those 14 and younger and senior citizens that are 60 and over will also be $10. And tickets are available at Town Hall. Please call us at 357-5100. We look forward to seeing you, and please bring the children. All the proceeds of this event will go to the New York Daily News Charities and the Vietnam Veterans of Rockland County.
Okay, thank you very much. Motion to adjourn?
Public participation.
Oh, any public participation? Mr. Romanowski, come right up. Thank you.
Robert Romanowski, 183 Maple Avenue, Muncie. First thing I want to do tonight is I want to congratulate Councilman Withers on his appointment as Deputy Supervisor. I am confident you'll do a good job, and I wish you the very best in this new position. The second thing is the town has designated the third Thursday of the month at 10 a.m. as the date and time of a regular town board meeting. Since this is a regular town board meeting and during the day when the public can attend, I'd like to request that these meetings also be recorded so that the public can watch them at a later date and see what is going on at those meetings. And the last thing I'd like to ask the supervisor, originally you said that tomorrow night you were giving your State of the Town address, but you just mentioned before you'd be doing it in February, so I'd just like to know, is your State of the Town address on for tomorrow night? Thank you.
Thank you, Robert. Anybody else who want to speak? Motion to close public participation by Deputy Supervisor Withers, second by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. No, the State of the Town will be given in February. And the other item on the Police Commission meetings, the reason we have them at that time is because we have our police personnel. We have many police officers that attend that. It's during their regular shifts, and sometimes we overlaps into the evening shift as well. And if we had them later in the evening, we would incur overtime for the town. So we'll see what we can do about recording those. They are open to the public, and we'll see what we can do about recording those sessions. Okay, any motion to adjourn? Moved by Deputy Supervisor Withers, seconded by Councilwoman Logan. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Carries unanimously. We're adjourned.